Hello YouTube, and thank you for tuning in to the first ever video regarding the upper movement. I am your host and the face of the movement. My name is Mark Master. We will discuss many subjects regarding the upper movement in this first ever video, and explaining what the upper movement is all about, why do we need the upper movement, and how is the upper movement phase 2 of the Occupy movement, and an extension of the Occupy movement that we went through. First of all, just a brief description of what is going on nowadays. Why do we need the upper movement? The upper movement stands for the United People of Planet Earth Realize. So this is the time when we realize that if we want something done, then we have to do it ourselves. The rich and the powerful and the politicians will not do it for us. And this is, of course, a peaceful movement. But this is action oriented. Now let us discuss what happened in phase 1, which is the Occupy movement. We owe a great deal of gratitude and thanks to the occupiers who had made our voices heard throughout the world, that we are sick and tired of our money being siphoned out of our own pockets and into the already more than full pockets of the rich and powerful and the politicians. And although the Occupy movement was somewhat of a success, we did commit a great strategic mistake during the Occupy movement. Think about it. What we did in the Occupy movement is we occupied Wall Street to protest against Wall Street. So we were protesting to the very people that are taking our money. And do you think they will agree to give us our money back? No. Do you think that the politicians that are bought with the money of the rich and powerful can afford to lose their positions and their seats in Congress in order to side with us? Absolutely not. So the mistake was that we did not have an objective, and we did not have a detailed plan of how we could achieve what we want. Now the upper movement is exactly that. It is exactly a detailed plan of how we could do this, with or without the politicians, with or without the rich people. And we can do this guaranteed to work. Why? Because it has worked before, and it has worked before, and it has worked before. So why do we need the upper movement? There has never been such a gap between the classes and between incomes as it is today. The last time the rich and powerful had 24% of the wealth, that was during the Great Depression. The last time that happened was in 1928, right before the Great Depression. And that happened again right before the collapse in 2007. But did we fix it? No. Look at this fact right here. Last year alone, the median household income of families fell 4%. But according to Forbes, the top 400 people in Forbes richest people, their wealth was raised by $200 billion. That is $200,000,000,000. And this will continue to go on unless and until we do something about it. And the upper movement is the only thing we can do about it. Because the upper movement provides us with the solution: protection for our children, protection for our jobs, protection for ourselves. And it's an action plan, meaning that we don't have to protest. This is very peaceful, and the things that we have to do are so simple. We could do them literally while we sleep. So how do we achieve what we want to achieve? Equality, a good life, good high-paying jobs, happiness. How do we achieve all that? And we achieve it all peacefully through the upper movement. Today, the United People of planet Earth realize that, hey, if we made the rich people rich by buying their products and services, then we could also make ourselves rich by buying our own products and services. It is such a simple idea that it has to work. It worked before. We made the rich rich, and then we made the rich richer, and then we made the richer filthy rich, all by buying their products and services. Now, the heirs of Walmart, few people own more than 40% of the wealth in the United States. 40% of the wealth. Now, we are not against rich people, and we are not advocating socialism, communism, or any of these isms out there. What we are doing is oneism. What we want to do, we just want our fair share of the pie. That's all we want. We just want good, high-paying jobs. So how do we fix all this? How does the upper movement offer us the solution to all these problems? Tune in for part 2 of this video, where we will explain exactly how easy and how simple it is to join our movement to become part of this great revolution. Join us on Facebook and Twitter. Facebook / The Upper Movement. On Twitter, Twitter / Upper Movement without the. And on Yahoo groups and hub pages. We are here to answer any questions, and we look forward to hearing from you and to your contribution. This is Mark Master, and I have been your host. Thank you, and please tune in for part 2 of this presentation.